Okay, can I just say something? I don't watch the news. I just don't watch the news. I can't watch the news. I know it's keeping me away from information that I should be aware of, that I should understand what's happening in the world, global affairs. So many crises are happening. And during this pandemic, for sure, I should know what's happening in the world. How are we dealing with this COVID situation? But I will not watch it. I can't watch it. I will not let my parents watch it. I'm there on every single social media platform, be it Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I've got two phones, I've got an iPad. This is not me boasting, I'm just saying this is stuff that I have. I've got a laptop as well. So I get these informations, I get this information in bits and pieces from one of these sources for sure. It'll either be on my laptop, or my phone will give me some updates on what's happening in the world, or Facebook, you open something, if it's really big, people will be talking about it. It's not like I'm not empathetic. I don't understand the importance of these issues and I'm made of stone or any of those reasons. It's just that there is so much negativity in news. News channels will only focus on the negatives, the bad things that are happening in life. These people died, these many cases reported, the hurricane, asteroids, alien attacks, and all that. Pakistan, India border, all that stuff. It's all, everything on news channels is very, very depressing. Usually, it's very depressing. And there is zero control that you have over these issues unless you're dealing with these issues. If you're a doctor, then you're dealing with something and you need to know all this. You have zero control over these things. You cannot do anything about it. There's nothing you can do about the COVID situation. There's nothing you can do to change policies. You can talk about it. Yes, you should talk about it. Certain things you should take a stand for. But what I'm saying is, I will only allow limited number of things to care about. Again, this is not me being empathetic. I am an artist. I believe I'm an artist, and I'm an emotional human being, and I am sensitive to these issues. But when my whole world, my own world, is crashing around me, do I have the spiritual, mental, physical strength to deal with all these different problems? Will I not get fatigued if I invest myself in every single issue in the world? And there are so many issues. In a way, I think all of us want to believe that we are empathetic, that we're sympathetic towards these cases, but are we really? I mean, if we just post something on a story about something that happened in the US, I'm talking about George Floyd, posting it and forgetting about it and then going ahead and watching Saas Bahu or listening to Bole Chudiyan, does it really mean that you were concerned about this issue? That you really care about his family? Do black lives really matter? You can argue, yes, that at least you are doing something about it. Doing something is better than doing nothing, for sure. But, and I agree with this point, like, I am totally against violence against any race or any minority. I stand for it. You will see, if you're following me on Instagram, on Facebook, you will understand that I stand for these issues and I'm very vocal about these things. But again, if my own world, if my heart can barely, you know, contain what's happening, and my heart can barely deal with issues that I'm dealing with, my family, my friends, do I have the capacity to be concerned about every single thing? I think it's important that you choose certain things, and I think it's okay. You should not be judged. I think it's okay to choose a few things that you can be concerned about, and show your concern properly than just being on the face of it concerned about every single thing that's happening in the world. Put up a story, forget about it. I'd rather be invested in two or three issues and talk about it, create awareness, do something about it. Most of these things I have no control over. What do I have control over? I have control over what I can do. For example, I am a musician. I I sing when I wake up. I make sure that I plan my day in a way where I'm being productive. I will sing, I will talk to people on Instagram lives. I will make sure, and I'm genuinely interested in their lives. I'm genuinely concerned about what they've been doing and if they've been okay. I'll come make them laugh. I'll have interviews scheduled with people that are doing incredible stuff in their fields, and maybe for an hour or so they're learning something valuable. I invest time in doing my research around it. I sing, I crack jokes. I This is what I can do sitting at home during the lockdown. This is the least and the maximum effort that I can exert to create an impact in the world. I think you can hear the dogs in the background, but anyway, if you can't, it's cool. So yeah, this is what I have under my control. I also am concerned about my family. I right now want to express my gratitude towards whatever has led me to be right now in my house with my family. We're all safe, we're all healthy. I'm appreciating every single moment that I'm spending with my family. I am thankful that I have the resources to do this, to talk to people, to make them laugh, to entertain them, to use different mediums to communicate with them, making sure that I am bringing about whatever positive change, whatever little positive change I can bring about. I'm trying to do that. I am not living in the past or the future because I don't have control over the future, and what has happened has happened. I can't change that. So I'm trying to live in the present as much as I possibly can. When I wake up, I'm either singing, I'm playing an instrument, I am. So what I do is, it's like I'm training my brain to work like an endurance athlete, not a weightlifter. A weightlifter, an Olympic lifter, will come and lift the heaviest possible weight he can lift in one go. Like, he will exert every ounce of energy that he can in that one lift, and he'll make sure that all the muscles move together so that he can make that lift happen. That's it. If you ask him to lift that weight again in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, he can't, because he's exhausted himself. Rather than being an Olympic lifter, I'm training my brain to be an endurance athlete. One of those races where you have running on the ground, and then you're swimming, and then you're doing a hike, and then you're cycling. Those kind of events where you're doing different activities and you're being tested. Look at your body, for example. I'm training full body. I'm doing a full body workout for my brain, basically. So I'm training my arms. When my arms are tired, I'm training my legs. When my legs are tired, I'm training my core. Similarly, when my brain is whenever I feel that my brain is zoning out, I'm losing focus, I will switch to another productive activity. I will sing. When I get tired, when my voice gets tired, after I've had enough water, I've had enough practice, I will obviously be disciplined. A bit discipline is crucial, but then I will move to another complementary activity like playing the guitar. When my when I can't play the guitar anymore, I will play the piano. When my fingers are then tired, I will go ahead, maybe listen to some music, because even then, passively as a musician is helping me understand arrangement, understand melody, understand singing. And you are learning so much, because singing is one of the most primitive yet most effective means of communication. There is so much being conveyed through a melody, through a composition, through the way a person is singing, and add to that the instrumentation, how it's been used. So as a musician, at least for me, it is really really helpful for me to listen to music. If I don't want to do music at all, I will listen to an audiobook. I will time my breaks accordingly. For example, if I'm hungry, I will go and let's say it takes me about a minute and a half to heat my food in the microwave. I will use those 90 seconds to do a few push-ups and then come and eat my food. And then my food breaks are timed with my TV breaks or my social media breaks. So I am not really wasting time anywhere. And at the same time, I'm getting all the right stimulation happening at the right time. Sleep for me is very, very important. I think all of us, given the kind of lives that we're living, super fast paced, we don't have time for anything, our families, um, sleep is very crucial. All of us want that we should have maybe more than 27, 28 hours in a day. Those extra 4 5 hours all of us need. So sleep gets neglected because of that. I am not neglecting my sleep. I will, if I feel tired, if my brain is tired, if I've had my food, I usually tend to go for a nap. But I would then not waste time while I'm trying to sort of trick my brain into sleeping. I will put on an audiobook with like a 30-minute timer, and while I'm trying to sleep, I'm focusing on what the author is saying. So I'm still gaining information. When I'm taking a shower, I'm listening to music, I'm listening to an audiobook, I'm still consuming knowledge, I'm getting better every second. And when I wake up, I'm still refreshed. I can then go about and do a lot of those tasks that are important to me, scheduling interviews, talking to people. There is this amazing app called Masterclass where these experts, like for me, for being a musician, Usher would come and then break down performance. Like how does he approach a performance? What does he do to prepare his acting, singing, dancing routine? What are his inspirations? I will watch interviews like those, and then you can find something similar for your field. If you're a dancer, look at dancer videos, look at different people who are putting out, and there's so many people on Instagram these days who are putting out dance tutorials, and you can actually dance live with them. So that's incredible, and you can just figure out some sort of a discipline, but at the same time, your mind will get tired. It's I train my mind like a muscle, so I will not. I push it really, really hard, but then I understand its limits and then I play around that. Now, if I don't want to listen to anything, be it an audiobook, be it music, my own voice, the voice of the sound of my guitar, the piano, I will write. I'm a lyricist, but at the same time, if you just write what is happening to you, what you're going through, somehow, weirdly enough, you can make sense of things that you could not make sense of before, if you know what I'm saying. Like, you might be disturbed, you might be troubled by a lot of things, and then you might be figuring out, why do I feel low? Why do I feel sad? Why do I feel depressed? You can figure that out sometimes when you're writing stuff down on paper. um this mic needs to be here, but it's I hope you guys have been listening, you guys have been paying attention to what I'm saying. So I'll just quickly go back. So the mind gets tired, every mind will get tired, but we only use a small percentage of our brain, and I think there's so much potential that we still have. It's about minimizing, trying to minimize at least those small intervals that you have between different activities, and how you can optimize your brain's capacity to perform at its optimum level for different tasks. um, I will, if I'm then not interested in writing, even fitness, health is important. You can do so much. I mean, you can read about bodybuilding techniques, fitness techniques, exercises, easy, fun ways to do exercises. So, yeah, I think that's it. All I'm saying is that if you feel tired, if you feel emotionally, spiritually drained, and if you feel depressed, that you don't feel sad about different things, that why am I not feeling sad about so many migrant workers? This is not me, okay? I'm just saying hypothetically, if you're feeling that, why am I not feeling sad about this X issue? Don't be too hard on yourself, because you're dealing with your own demons, and you will first put out your own fire and then maybe help your neighbors out. It's the same scenario, and if you're a good human being, there's nothing wrong with you. And instead of caring about or giving a about every single thing in your life, find out those three or four things that you are very passionate about, speak about them. Figure out ways in your free time how you can contribute to these issues and make a change. Try and make your people happy. Try and make yourself happy. Try and make your bunch happy. I think start with that. Start with taking care of your people and then start thinking about the world at large. I hope you're safe. I hope you're healthy. I hope this helps. Cheers.